Oh, you've done it now, Johnny.
Welcome to the Breakdown with Jay and Nell, where we'll discuss all of your NFL and NBA news.
Tap in if you want to get to the breakdown. Welcome to the breakdown. I'm your boy L.
And I'm your boy Jay.
And this week, guys, we're going to talk about
The championship round.
let's go.
But before we get started, how's your week, Ill?
Long. And sleepy. But mainly long. Not saying about mainly sleepy. What about yours, sir?
Yeah, this been a crazy week. Was not expecting this crazy weather to hit us here in Dallas, but we are expected to have ice or snow over the weekend. So been preparing for that, make sure I have everything I need, make sure my family has everything they need. So it's just been kind of stressful for that, but you got it. You got everything you need.
No.
Dang.
Anymore.
All right, y'all. The time has come. It is the championship round, AFC NFC championship. Obviously, these games are going to determine who's going to make it to the Super Bowl. But let's start off with the AFC championship. The Denver Broncos versus the New England Patriots. Who you got?
It sucks that Bo Nix is out. That he broke his ankle. But it could give Stidman a opportunity to be the hero. People can know his name. He can build a bigger resume. If he wanted to go somewhere else, it would boost his spotlight.
Yeah. So you still going with Denver?
Yes.
All right. Uh, I'm gonna go with the Patriots here. Um, the loss to Bo Nix, that's a big loss, and I know a lot of people are not high on Bo Nix. Some people don't think he's a good quarterback, but um, he's been he's been good this season. He's been solid. Um, he's done he's done everything he's supposed to do. He has made some big time throws. Um, Last week he made some big time throws. And I think when it comes down to it, when it comes down to the quarterback to make a play, I don't think Jarrett Stidham can do that. He's wonderful as a starter. I know Bo Nix is not the most accurate quarterback in the league, but he is efficient, and it's gonna be hard to replicate that. And I know the Denver's defense, they're gonna come out and do their part, but the little that they need from the offense, I don't think they're gonna get it. Now they could be getting a boost. They could be getting J.K. Dobbins back from his foot injury. They activated his practice window this week. So if J.K. Dobbins do comes back, they may have a shot if they rely on the running game in that defense. But I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I believe they're the better, um, well-rounded team. And Drake May, he's playing like an MVP candidate, and clearly he's gonna be the best quarterback on the field. And just due to Stidham's um, record as a starter, it's not good. Things are not looking good in Denver's favor. So I'm going with the Patriots. All right. Next up we have is Seattle Seahawks versus Los Angeles Rams. Who you got?
I don't like neither one of them.
I know they're your division.
But if I had to choose one, I guess Seattle. But I think their defense is a lot better than LA's. Now, quarterback play, I'll give it to Matthew Stafford all day. But honestly, if they can play how they played against us, against the Rams, I gotta just run the ball. But yes, I'm going with the Seahawks.
I'm gonna go with the Rams. Um, I do like both teams, but I just feel like the Rams are going to win. Like you said, it's going to come down to quarterback play. I
Mm-hmm.
believe Stafford is going to make more plays
Mm-hmm.
than Sam Darnold. Yeah, that Seattle's defense is nasty, but the Rams do have number one ranked overall offense in the NFL. They do
Do
have
you,
Puka Nakua. You saw what?
do you know what their defense is ranked? Is it number one or number two?
Seattle's
Yeah.
is number one. It's going to be number one versus number one.
Oh, okay. So that's gonna be an even better matchup.
Yep. But I just think the Rams obviously have more weapons than the 49ers. 49ers were banged up. They were injured. Um, so I don't think their defense is going to be good in this game, but they're not going to be like how they were last week against 49ers, against the
Mm-hmm.
Rams. Um, it's just too much firepower in the offense. You got Puka, you got Devontae Adams, you got the running backs. And Matthew Stafford, he will get the ball away to you, but he'll find a way to pull out the win at the end. And I feel like it'll come down to one of those heroic type plays. He go do something miraculous and will the Rams to victory, and they're gonna be going to the Super Bowl. But I like it. I like this game for the Rams, and I think this is gonna be Matthew Stafford's swan song. I think he's gonna make it to the Super Bowl, possibly win it, and then ride off to the sunset.
Yeah, he might well have retired. You don't know, kid, fam.
Yep, he is. Those are our picks for the championship round. Let's talk about these head coach signings, man. Your
Go
boy
ahead.
Robert Saleh, huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, your boy Robert Saleh has signed with the Tennessee Titans to be the next head coach. What are your thoughts about that?
Good for him. It just shows that he's a great defensive coordinator and that people that come from under Kyle Shanahan tend to work well. You look at Mike McDonald, he was the head coach. Robert Saleh, he's the head coach again. Raheem, oh, the coach for the Texans, he came from
Oh,
under
D'Amico
Kyle.
Ryan.
But as you can see, we tend to do really well.
I'm happy that he's got another opportunity. I just don't like the situation he's going into. I think it's going to be very similar to the New York Jets. The only difference is the Titans have Cam Ward at quarterback, so they have a quarterback. They just got to build around him.
But
Salah's
yeah,
a defensive. You said what?
I'm gonna let you get done. Go.
Oh, um, Salah. He's a defensive minded coach, so whoever he brings in as his offensive coordinator, that's going to be very important and paramount to Cam Ward's development and success moving forward. So, I'm not saying he can't get it done, but it's going to be very difficult because the Titans don't really have a lot of talent on their roster. It's going to take years to build up that team. Probably not going to know until about 3 years from now what the Titans are going to look like and how successful Robert Sala will be with them.
I agree. I agree.
He was about to say something.
I forgot.
Okay.
The other was.
I we're gonna move on to the next head coach signing. That's happened over the week. Kevin Stefanski is signing with the Atlanta Falcons. What are your thoughts about that?
Horrible. Horrible. That's not a good signing. They could have did way better, got somebody way better than him. Heck, they could have kept who they had.
Oh, Raheem Morris?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I guess they like him. So,
clearly.
um, I'm kind of like 50-50 on the hire. It could go both ways. I think I think when it comes to the Falcons, a lot of people look at the offense and be like they have the pieces, why they can't get it done, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you bring in an offensive-minded coach like Kevin Stefanski. He has won Coach of the Year twice with the Browns, but a lot of people call him trash. I'm like, it's the Browns. It's not the Browns are a horrible run organization. He's not, and not. I'm not gonna say not any coach is gonna be successful in Cleveland, but it's gonna be hard for a coach to be successful in Cleveland. I think moving from Cleveland to Atlanta, that's a huge upgrade for him because you have weapons. You got Michael Penix, you got Drake London, you got Bijan Robinson, and Kyle Pitts if you resign him in free agency. You
Mm-hmm.
got weapons to work with offensively now. You just got well, they already had the defensive coordinator there. They keeping their defensive coordinator. So now you focus on your bread and butter, which is offense, and you have the ingredients to make it work. So I kind of like the hire. I know a lot of people have been hard on it, but I like the hire.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I just saw that podcast with Champ Bailey. I mean, not Champ Bailey. He played for the Broncos, the cornerback for the Broncos.
Oh, Akeem Talib.
Yeah, Keith Talib, uh, Jerry McCoy, and Skip Bayless. I saw that, and everybody kind of gave it the same response, like why? Like there's no point for that. Like he hasn't proven himself. He hasn't done anything for good talent. Granted, he did win Coach of the Year twice, but I mean, I just don't think it's gonna be a good fit. He's gonna have to
Well,
do something.
we'll see. Uh, we have two more head coaching signings that happened this week, and the signings are coming in fast and in a hurry. But the Baltimore Ravens they signed Jesse Minter yesterday to be their head coach. He's the former defensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Chargers. What are your thoughts about that?
Defense win championships, but so does offense, and that's what they typically do. They typically go for a defensive minded coach in Baltimore. So as long as you're a defensive minded coach, you can get a job.
Yeah, um, I think it's a good hire. I just will like for them to go the offensive route this time to get an offensive minded head coach. Because whoever you bring in as your coordinator, you gotta make sure they know what they're doing and they'll be able to maximize uh, Lamar Jackson and his abilities, his talents, to be able to be creative running the football with Derrick Henry and Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they do have pieces on that defense, and Mentor he has been a part of the Baltimore Ravens staff before. He was a defensive assistant under John Harbaugh and a defensive backs coach under John Harbaugh, so he has familiarity with the organization. I think that's the one thing I'm looking at is because okay, It's somebody they're familiar with. So they kind of know what he wants to do. They know his mindset, like what he wants to do, his goal, his vision for the team. So as long as they get a good offensive coordinator in there, it'll be a good hire. But I think it depends on who they get as their offensive coordinator.
I agree. I agree. Who the
All right,
final hire?
you said what?
Who the final hire?
Jeff Halfley, with the Miami Dolphins. He's a former defense coordinator for the Green Bay Packers.
Honestly, I think that they should focus more on offense than defense. I think their defense is decent, but their offense is trash. Matter of fact, get rid of Tua. Get Tua out, draft another quarterback, and call it a day. I like Tua as a person, but as a football player, he's too small. He's too injury prone. Yeah, sometimes you gotta let it go, bro.
Yeah. Well, they have a new general manager in place. They have their head coach. So now they're going to focus on the roster. Um, I don't know. This the one coach I really don't know too much about. Um, he was the head coach in college football for Boston College, and then joined. He's been the Packers defensive coordinator for the past couple of seasons. The Packers have been ranked the top 10 unit defensively. So I think, like you said, I think they do need to focus on the offensive side of football.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they want to go a different route because they tried with Mike McDaniel and that failed. So I think that's why they went with the defensive coach, head coach this time. So it's going to be very interesting to see all this movement, all these head coaches being signed. It's still 5 teams that doesn't have a head coach right now. But we'll keep y'all updated on who who gets these jobs. But I think the most intriguing job right now is the Buffalo Bills. What are your thoughts about the Bills firing Sean McDermott?
They should have done that. I don't think they should have done that. It's not his fault that Josh Allen can't get over the hump. You can have everything you need: a top five defense, top five offense, the leading rusher in the NFL. It gotta be Josh Allen at this point. This was his year. This was going to be his year. You'd have Joe Burrow, you'd have Lamar, you'd have Patrick. You had no other obstacles in your path. You would hope to be in the NFC and the AFC Championship game, has the Super Bowl, but you're at home and you're crying. So at some point, you gotta hit the blame.
Yeah. Um, if you're gonna fire the head coach, you might as well fire the GM. And the GM, he's responsible for building the roster, acquiring talent. He has failed. I think it's only been like 2 Pro Bowlers in Buffalo since Josh Allen has been drafted. So after all these drafts in the past, he only produced 2 Pro Bowlers. That's insanity. Um, he should have been fired along with Sean McDermott. I feel sorry for him because McDermott, he's a good coach. One of these teams probably gonna snatch him up. He's a good
Yeah,
coach. He has a good he has a good playoff record. It's not his fault that, like El said, Josh Allen can't get over the hump in the playoffs. It's not his fault when the roster is bad. This is not a Super Bowl contending roster.
it is not.
And 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 just because say if the Bills were in the NFC, they probably wouldn't even be making the playoffs with this roster. So you done a poor job building the roster, And I feel sorry for Sean McDermott. I also feel sorry for Josh Allen because he may never win a Super Bowl in Buffalo. He still has time, but if they keep this current general manager, I don't know. I don't see it happening. But yeah,
That window is slowly closing.
yep. All right, El, we have one last topic of discussion. Dallas Cowboys have finally hired their defensive coordinator, former Philadelphia Eagles defensive backs coach, and passing game coordinator, Christian Parker. What are your thoughts about that?
That's a good pickup because it allows you to get insight on your rivals. Maybe not a lot, but he can give you a AJ Brown likes doing this. Devontae Adams likes doing this. You know what I mean? Watch out for this. You know, it gives you little tidbits that they can use to defeat them. And it's your arch rival. So it's added fuel to the fire.
Yeah, I like the hire. He's young. That's the thing. He's young. He's 34 years old. Um, he got his first start in the NFL on the coaching level. With Green Bay, he was a defensive quality coach in 2019. So he's able to work with Jair Alexander. Then from there, he spent time in Denver in 2021 to 2023. He was a DB coach. He worked with Pat Surtain, who is considered by a lot the best corner in football. And then he produced two All-Pro corners in Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean this season. So the weakest part of our defense is our secondary. It looks like we have a guy that knows what he's doing in terms of coaching up corners and safeties and turning them into all pros. So I like that. I like the hire. They didn't stay in house, but they did hire a buddy, a friend of the family. They really, I give kudos to Schottenheimer because I believe he was behind this. This was his idea to hire this guy. So kudos to him, and I'm glad Jerry and Stephen Jones allowed him to go out and get his defensive coordinator.
Always, always.
Is there
Question.
anything else you want to add?
Yeah, how do you feel about the Brandon Ayuk saga?
Oh, man, that's thank you because I forgot about that. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. He got the money, didn't, and got injured, and he hasn't played since. And
Bro, he had to play since week 7.
that's crazy. Over a year you haven't played, and I heard John Lynch said like he hasn't been talking to him. He hasn't been talking to Kyle Shanahan, none of his teammates. Like
Nobody.
I don't know what's going on with him, but clearly he's out of there. Uh, it sucks because I just paid him that money, but he's out of there. Y'all go trade him. I don't know to who. Probably we'll talk about that later. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, I think his days are done in San Francisco. But it's sad, bro, because y'all paid him all that money, and y'all
For
basically
nothing.
chose. When y'all chose him over Debo, I probably would have kept Debo.
Yeah. Like, now that you going to the hot shot, heck yeah. Man, honestly, he's acting like a spoiled kid. And, bro, if you ain't want to be here, you could have been left.
And he only had what, like 1,000 yard season with y'all?
So, like, so now you don't disrupted all the locker room. Can't nobody get in contact with you. Now it's just like why? Like why would we sit here and pay you more money or pay you the rest of your money when you don't even do the bare minimum? When you show up, you can just show up to the game, bro. Be on the sideline. Tell me
Yeah,
you done without telling me you done.
Yeah. Well, y'all better be looking for a wide receiver in the draft because y'all gonna need one.
Yeah, clear, because Ricky Parcell is nice. And Jawan Jennings is nice, but we need another one.
Yep.
You got anything
But
else you want to tell our great fans?
appreciate all the support. Make sure you follow us on all our social media accounts: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And we're gonna keep dropping this fire content for y'all. Um, NFL season's coming to a close with the championship games on Sunday and then Super Bowl next month. But we will start dropping more NBA content now.
Yeah, sir. Thank y'all for your support.
All right, we'll see y'all in the next one.
Bye.